The key to injury-free running is balance, elasticity, stability, mid-stance, and cadence. Your body goes through tough training when you train for your sport. You push your body to its limit and it undergoes a large amount of pressure. As a runner, injuries occur quite frequently, and not just specifically within myself, but within my whole cross-country team. Injuries have become very common to acquire, which makes it a major problem. Due to 79% of runners being injured annually, new methods of running techniques have been proven to lessen injury incidents. When we run, we use our entire body: our leg, our arms, our feet, and our core. When we overwork specific muscles, bones, or tendons, it can create painful injuries in those areas. Most distance runners suffer injuries because of the impact they put on their body by running great distances, but also on tough concrete roads or sidewalks that give no support or cushion to the body. According to Runner's World, the top 7 most common injuries include iliotibial band syndrome, patellofemoral pain syndrome, Achilles tendonitis, hamstring issues, plantar fasciitis, shin splints, and stress fractures. Iliotibial band syndrome, or IT band syndrome, makes up 12% of all the running injuries. Your IT band lies along the outside of your thigh from your hip to your knee. And when you run, you extend and flex your knee. It causes your IT band to run on the side of your femur, which can cause irritation and cause it to be pulled out, and cause you to be pulled out of part of your running system until you allow your IT band to recover. Patellofemoral pain syndrome, or runner's knee, is caused by the irritation of the cartilage underneath the kneecap. Around 40% of injuries are related to the knee, and a total of 13% of runners suffer with knee pains this year. Achilles tendonitis is when your Achilles tendon, which connects the 2 major calf muscles to the back of the heel, undergoes too much stress and the tendon begins to tighten or cause irritation. 11% of runners suffer with tendonitis this year. Hamstring issues are caused by your hamstrings being too tight or too weak to perform, which can cause some irritation. 7% of people that had these issues, or 7% of people have these issues. Shin splints, which is caused by small tears in the muscle around our tibia bone, can cause achy pains in our legs. A total of 15% of runners suffered with shin splints this year. Stress fractures are the most serious running injury and take the longest time to recover. Stress fractures appear when runners put too much strain on and pressure on their bones, most commonly found in runners' shins or feet. Around 6% of runners went through painful stress fractures. Because it is so easy to get an injury and risk missing your season, scientists and doctors have begun to look at a new way of prevention. Contrary to belief, even though runners have specially made cushioned shoes or soft running surfaces, they still seem to get injuries. Due to this, doctors have found a different way of running technique that have been shown to have beneficial effects. Stephan Messier found all of these injuries and problems to be a problem. After looking into cross-training stretching, custom-molded orthotics, and softer surfaces, nothing had seemed to work. But Messier did not give up hope. He had traveled to Mexico to learn from the Tarahumara Indians, who were famous for their distance running. What he learned was to adopt the Tarahumara's whisper soft stride. He learned that if you soften your stride, it does not matter what shoes you wear. Developed by Walter George to prevent and lessen running injuries, the 100-up method has helped all kinds of runners. The technique is to run in place while lifting your knees as high as you can for about 100 times. Runners have begun to follow this easy process, and the rate of injuries have decreased in all of them. Mark Cucuzella is a physician but also a runner. For years he battled with injuries until he came across some research and found out that as long as you learn to run as if you were barefoot, you were relying on your legs' natural shock absorbers, which leads to less injuries. In 1985, Ben O'Nig conducted experiments, and his results were that pronation, which is rear to foot motion, is a dangerous thing that could lead to injuries. So they believed that wedge shoes or plush heels would lessen those possibilities. But now, Nix believes that he made a mistake and they over-interpreted the results. Daniel Lieberman noticed that while runners in their cushioned shoes come down on their feet, come down hard on the heels, while Kenyans, who are typically barefoot, land softly on the balls of their feet. After further testing and experimentation, he found that people who land on the balls of their feet receive almost zero initial impact shock, while people who strike their heels against the ground receive about 3 times their body weights in force. Due to the new findings, even elite runners have changed their running form. Running is all about form. If you have bad form, you are more prone to injuries that can stop you from continuing your sport. The amount of injuries shown by runners is extremely significant, considering runners can easily prevent the injuries by consciously altering the way they strike their foot against the ground. Every runner who competes wants to do their best, but to even be able to do that, you need to start with the basics, your form.